Hello and welcome to Retrospection. This time we're spending a penny with one of our favourite franchises, the Carry On series. And this time we've got a royal flush with Carry On at your convenience from 1971, set in a toilet factory, which, let's be honest, is right where we belong. As Annie Lennox once wrote and Aretha Franklin sang, cisterns are doing it for themselves.
I like it. Here we go.
Yeah. My name's Colin, and fakes, that's all they are, sitting there staring in their crystal, what's his names?
Balls.
I quite agree.
And my name's Paul, and what's to become of me? I've given my whole life to Boggs.
That is a true fact.
It really is, and you know me very well.
We should have like a noise that goes, boom, true fact.
We should go back through the entire back catalogue of Retrospection and put that in, because I'm sure it's going to be in lots of places.
It won't take long, will it? TMDB says, at W.C. Boggs' lavatory factory, Vic Spanner is the union representative who calls a strike at the drop of a hat. However, eventually, everyone gets fed up with him.
That's pretty much... I mean, I think that gives it a little bit too much credit, because that makes it sound like it's actually got a plot, if I'm honest.
Well, we'll be discussing that, I do believe. It stars Sid James as Sid Plummer, Kenneth Williams as W.C. Boggs, Charles Hartree as Charles Coote.
Charles what?
Coote.
All right, okay. Carry on.
Wasn't talking about you.
Wow.
Hattie Jakes as P.T. Plummer, Berta Breslau as Bernie Hulk, and Jackie Piper as Myrtle Plummer, and there are others. It's written by Talbot Rothwell and directed by Gerald Thomas.
So you'd think we're in safe hands, wouldn't you?
We would, yeah, because we're at the 22nd entry into the Carry On series.
Do you know what? I when I was watching it, I looked that up, and it was amazing to me that we're 22 movies in, and then it occurred to me that there's more movies in this franchise than Bond movies.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I always have the same thought when I watch these.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there we are.
They were churning them out.
Yeah. Do you think maybe the Carry On franchise needs to be taken over by Amazon? Because obviously they'll steer it in the right direction, won't they? You know, because they're going to do that with Bond, obviously. So.
Yeah. I would imagine so.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Carry On Shopping.
Carry On Shopping.
This was titled Carry On Round the Bend in most of the rest of the world, including the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Convenience doesn't have the same meaning.
Yeah, I think there were other ones as well, wasn't there? Carry On Workers, I think, was another one.
Well, that's the final tagline at the end of the film. You're just not thinking about that. But I do have another title we'll talk about. It was also the first Carry On film to become a box office bomb.
It was, and a lot of it was blamed on the fact that the film kind of alienated the working classes, who were seen as the main people that like these movies. Yeah,
because this film makes fun of factory unions, and you see the majority of the audience of Carry On films were people in unions. You see, it's never a good idea to alienate and belittle your core audience. I'm just glad that doesn't happen today.
Yeah, they're all on point. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it took over 5 years for this film to turn a profit.
Yeah, and that was due to like TV sales and things like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Do you know how long it usually took a Carry On film to make a profit?
Go on.
3 days.
Makes sense.
During publicity for Carry On Henry, this film was announced as being called Carry On Comrade.
Yeah, it sounds a bit Russian, doesn't it?
Well, in the 70s, unions were a big deal, and it seems that a lot of them were infiltrated by Russian agents in an attempt to cause strikes and production standstills, creating division and instability in the country from within. Glad that doesn't happen today.
Oh, are we going there? We're going political now, Colin. Wow. All right. Sorry, Ben Elton.
Maggie Thatcher.
Yeah. I didn't realise that I was working with.
What is Ben Elton? Good night.
Now you're going to go on to write a musical about Queen, aren't you?
I am indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Her Majesty. Bill Pertwee had a cameo as the manager of the roadhouse that Richard O'Callaghan and Jackie Piper visit, but was cut out the final film.
Yeah, and he wasn't the only one that was cut out of the final film as well.
Who else?
So Terry Scott had a small role in the film, which was subsequently cut. Now, the director, Joel Thomas, he wrote to Terry Scott, and he said the following, okay?
Yeah.
This is in no way any reflection on you or your performance, but the film finished 50 minutes over length, and we felt rather than cut your sequence down so that you were only on the screen for a flash, it would be kinder to remove the entire scene, as it really had no effect one way or the other on the story, such as it is. Now,
Okay.
I'm not sure about you, but I'm not sure that would make me feel better about it.
2 points to this. One, that's the email I'm going to send to you at one point in time. Point two, did you said 50 minutes over? 50. 50. Are you sure about that?
50 minutes. That's the quote that I read. Yes. How long was it scene?
Yeah. I don't understand how that is even possible.
I'm hoping that was a typo from IMDb.
I'm saying 5 minutes.
Maybe, yeah.
But the film doesn't even run 90 minutes long.
No, it's an hour and 25 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, so they could have had the Bill Pertwee scene in and the Terry Scott scene and been a 90-minute film. There's no way that was 50 minutes, pal. I think that's a typo.
And I'm sure that there's a couple of scenes that we could have taken out and put those scenes in. And it might have been a better movie.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But also, do you know if this has happened in any other Carry On film? Because they're usually lean to the bone, right? They don't shoot stuff they don't need.
Exactly, yeah.
So is this the first time we're hearing of a Carry On film that's had scenes removed?
I think so. And also as well, we're talking about shooting stuff that you don't need. Apparently Renee Houston would she wasn't very well at the time, and it would often take 9 or 10 takes to get her stuff right, which was very unusual for a Carry On movie. It was like 1 or 2 and then done.
Yeah. You didn't get a choice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't sound like this movie ran very smoothly, I don't think.
Not the usual army-like work production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, Terry Scott was paid £500 for the day's work, and he played a union boss. Now, can you guess the name of that union boss?
No, it's got to be a pun of some sort, obviously.
Just think Carry On. Think Carry On. Pure Carry On. Don't overthink it.
No, go on. Give it a go.
He was called Mr. Alcock.
Oh, Lordy, of course. That was obvious. That was... I mean... Alcock was staring me in the face.
Wouldn't be the first time, would it?
Nope, not the last.
Not the last? Okay, all right.
How much money do you think your work would give you? So what I'm saying is Terry Scott got 500 quid and was cut out of the film. He got 500 quid for not doing his job. How much would your workplace give you for not doing your job?
Are you asking me how much I would take?
No, I'm asking how much they would give you. I mean, how much you take. I mean, that'd be infinite, right? You'd never stop taking.
I suppose. For not doing my job, a day?
Yeah, a day. Because it was probably a day's filming for Terry Scott, right?
Yeah. Probably 200 quid and a good crate of beer or something, you know? Okay. But the good kind, not cheap, you know?
No. So colleagues of Mr. Paul... You've heard it here. If you all have a whip round, you get rid of him for a day.
Hey.
To be honest, I think you could probably get rid of him. Just bring the crate of beer in.
I'm fine with that.
The money's probably optional at this point.
Works fine for me. I'm all right with either. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Ether? Yeah, gas? You want gas now?
Just go with it. All right.
Okay. All right.
It's been a long night.
Do you have anything else?
I do. So the hotel you used in the movie, the Claridge's Hotel in Brighton, was actually owned by Dora Bryan, who appeared in the first Carry On movie, Carry On Sergeant.
Oh, that's a nice fact. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I should also point out that most of the cast were pretty surprised that they actually went to Brighton. How sad does it have to be when you surprised that your film just went down the road to Brighton?
And it literally is down the road. It's down the road from me, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. So they were all surprised they actually left Pinewood Studios.
I think so. Although a lot of the interiors for like the shooting range and all that sort of stuff were in Pinewood Studios, but at least they did actually go on the pier and they did go to the seafront. So yeah. You can see that they're actually having a good time. It looks like that sequence, not to give anything away, is probably the best sequence in the movie.
I mean, I don't really want to talk about it here, but,
Mm-hmm.
but do you think that's because that's the root of a Carry-On film? That
Absolutely.
seaside postcard
Postcard humor.
idea?
Yeah, absolutely. So Sid James, he had a kind of leery persona. Didn't he? Yeah, a little bit. And they kind of diluted it a little bit in this movie, which was because he'd had a lot of criticisms from the previous movie, which was Carry On Henry.
Right. He was a bit old to be chasing women half his age at this point.
Pretty much. And I think there was one Carry On movie where he was making suggestions to like someone that was supposed to be his daughter as well. And I think they were like, whoa. Okay. let's dial this back a little bit. But then they carried it on after the next movie.
Yeah.
We're back to normal, you know. Renee Houston would put tape behind her ears to try and give herself a bit of a facelift in her scenes.
That's the second time you said her name. What character did she play in the film?
She plays Vic's mum.
Oh, I've got some things to say about her.
I'm sure you do, yes.
She wanted to look younger?
Absolutely, yes. I always kind of feel like when I watch this movie that she thinks she's in kind of a 1960s kitchen sink drama.
Again, I want to talk about it later, but it's a character that I have problems with.
Okay, all right. Are we going to talk about it when we get there, are we?
Yeah, when we start talking about her and her son. Yeah.
I know we don't always do alternate titles for films that we talk about. This is something that we talk about a lot in the Buffy podcast that I do.
Oh, you do a Buffy podcast?
I do, yes.
Oh, what's that called?
It's called Once More with Buffy.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. This is the point where I would put a trailer in if I'd recorded one, but I haven't, so I can't. But, you know. Oh. And that wasn't a plug, by the way, but kind of was. But some alternate titles for this film include Germany's A Dangerous Strike.
I mean, if I went to sit down to watch a film, A Dangerous Strike, I'm expecting an action film.
You are indeed. Hungary had Carry On Your Way. Carry On Your Way.
Meaningless.
Yep. And the award to the most bizarre goes to Poland for Carry On, How Do You Make Your Bed?
What the heck?
And that was the only reason why I wanted to mention it, because that just blew my mind, that one.
That's Carry On, How to Make Your Bed. Yeah. I have no idea where they got that from.
There's no bed in it.
Is it, you've made your bed, now lay in it kind of thing?
Guess so, but that's really sort of like going off on a side tangent there, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what? The more I think about it, I'm growing to like it.
All right, okay. Yeah. And the only other thing that I was going to say is that there were some promotional tie-ins with this movie that were organised with bathroom product companies.
Of course there was.
Obviously, yes. Do you think they did that with many Carry On movies?
Yeah, because on Carry On Up the Khyber, Spears. There was a big run of Spears for that one.
All right. What do you think they were doing a promotion with for Carry On Emmanuel?
Fans.
Yeah, there are a lot of fans in it, aren't there? Yeah. And that's it.
All right. Before we start, I'd just like to say that on my commute to the salt mines, there's nothing better than listening to a really good podcast.
Oh, this one?
No, I said really good. I've been listening to CD Bimco.
Oh, what's that about then?
About an hour, but hey, I'll let them tell you all about it.
I'm George O'Connor, the New York Times bestselling author of The Olympians and Asgardians.
I'm Tim Hamilton, cartoonist for The New Yorker.
Here at SETI BIMCO, we watch movies of dubious quality and fabricate revenge sequels for them that they never had before.
We also have fun games such as George's Current Currency Kerner.
Diapers in 1960 cost $1. What do you think they would cost today, Tim? $4? Wrong!
SETI BIMCO, Part 2, The Revenge, every Wednesday, any place you listen to podcasts.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I'll have to listen to that one.
Yeah. So, but meanwhile, let's get back to our unprofessional excuse for a podcast.
At a factory somewhere in England, behind closed doors, a group of dedicated gents get to the bottom of a delicate problem.
I don't think I could stand it for more than half an hour.
Which was hardly designed for a reading room.
You must look at this. Very slender, this pedestal, isn't it?
It's streamlined.
What for? Wind resistance?
Yes, it's your favorite comedy team going round the bend again in Carry On at Your Convenience. Produced by Peter Rogers, directed by Gerald Thomas.
Skinheads!
Look, Mr. Lewis, the National Union of Chinaware Industrial Employees.
Well, you know what you can do with their rule book.
I am now calling for an immediate stoppage of work. All those in favour, raise your right hands.
Everybody out!
Oh, come on, get going.
When these workers of the world unite, they have nothing to lose but their dignity.
There you are, Mr. Spanner, just in time for your drink.
They're coming back.
I had a feeling they would today.
Why today?
It's the annual works outing.
We are the champions!
Oh, what was that sticking in me?
It was only my camera.
Have a cockle. Much better for you.
Oh, do you think I ought to? I mean, I've heard that shellfish do very strange things. In a sex way, I mean.
Really? Oh, let's watch them for a bit then.
You'll burst with laughter when this crazy gang decide it's one out, all out, to relieve another work stoppage in Carry On at Your Convenience.
I must warn you, ladies, that this strike is quite legitimate. That's more than they say about you.
Carrying On at Your Convenience are all the stars you love to laugh at. Sidney James,
That's all I need. A face full of soggy knickers.
Kenneth Williams, Charles Hawtrey, Joan Sims, Hattie Jakes, Bernard Breslaw, Kenneth Cope, Patsy Rowlands, Jackie Piper,
Here I am at long last, darling.
Richard O'Callaghan,
Come on, you lot. Don't hang about. Carry on working.
Carry On at Your Convenience. The biggest basin full of fun since the invention of water. Hello.
So we get right into the toilet jokes with the credits being written on a roll of toilet paper.
Because we get some sort of jokey alternate titles, don't we?
We do, yes.
Oh, and by the way, we didn't do the usual gag that we do. It's a rank film.
Oh, you're telling me.
We've got to. It's got to be done.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So we get like an animated hand that scrolls down toilet roll, don't we? Toilet paper.
Yep.
And we get different titles for the movie, which are Down the Spout.
Carry on down the spout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies, please be seated.
Nice.
Up the Workers.
Up the workers.
And the last one is Labour relations are the people who come to see you when you're having a baby.
That's an odd one, but all right.
Yeah, doesn't really work, any of it, does it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Unfortunately, it's a bad sign to begin with, but let's go.
Right. So we do open in a toilet factory. We have Vic Spanner and his mate Bernie Hulk, and the actor playing Vic Spanner he's new to the Carry On series.
Yeah, he is someone that we've seen before in an episode, isn't he? He is.
Go on, you tell the audience.
Well, he's usually a ghost, isn't he?
That's right. He is. He's dead.
Wow. Wait, hang on. Dial it back a minute. I'm talking about.
Rent a Ghost.
Randall and Hopkirk, deceased.
That's right.
Yes.
He is. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
And he is deceased.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. R.I.P. The company's called Bog and Son, by the way.
That is, the owner is called WC Bog.
Yeah. Nice to see old-fashioned production line workers. Those days are long gone right now, eh?
Yeah, and they're just checking off toilet deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an in-joke that it's a toilet factory because the Carry On series was always accused of being nothing more than toilet humour.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they were going for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say YWCA Wigan?
I think he did, yes.
I think he did too.
Yeah. So is this set in Wigan?
No, they're sending toilets to Wigan.
They're sending toilets to Wigan. Okay. Well,
yeah.
We all know we need a toilet in Wigan.
Yeah, that's true. Just the one. You'll use
one big toilet.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you used to refer to the town, Colin? One big
There's
toilet.
One big toilet.
I'm sure I heard that from you.
Can never go back.
Yeah, you can't, can you?
No. Elsewhere, W.C. Boggs, the factory owner, Sid Plummer, the works foreman, and the designer, Charles Coote, are reviewing the new toilet designs. And they're using Miss Withering, which is W.C. Boggs' personal secretary, to keep sitting on them to test their strength.
3 minutes in, and we've already had 3 or 4 of Sid's laughs.
Yes, that is one of the problems with this.
Yeah.
Film. Not just everything is punctuated with that kind of laugh, either his or all of them.
It feels a little bit like the script is trying to do something, and then they've chucked all the Carry On stuff over it. To try and make it a Carry On movie. When the guy that wrote it is trying to say something profound or something about how what he feels about workers and unions and things like that. But then he's thought, I've got to chuck all this Carry On stuff over it as well. So let's get Sid to do one of his laughs here and there, and let's have Kenny do this, and and.
But it's not a new writer. It's a writer of majority of the Carry On films.
Yeah, but it feels like he had an agenda writing this movie. You've got to say in this scene though that you never know that Kenneth Williams was so unhappy with the material because he's always giving 100%, isn't he?
He does. Although I think in this film, he almost feels like a cameo role.
That's going to be one of my issues, that there's not enough of certain things in this.
Right. Lewis, the boss's son, wants to move the company forward by making bidets. W.C. Boggs finds them disgusted. Sid Plummer doesn't even know what one is.
Yeah, I would imagine that in 1971, a bidet was kind of exotic.
I think the first bidet I ever encountered was in Spain.
Yeah?
Huh?
Did you use it?
That must have been the 80s. Yeah.
You used it, did you?
Yeah. Got to keep your feet clean.
I was going to ask you, was it fun? Did it tickle the iris?
No, but it flushed the ebonies.
I bet it did, yeah. Is this Richard O'Callaghan? That's his name, isn't it? Is it his only Carry On appearance?
I believe so. So, I was going to say this later, but do you think this role is either Vic Spanner or Lewis? And I'm leaning towards Lewis. Was Jim Dale's role?
Absolutely. No,
Lewis.
I think Lewis was Jim Dale. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so too.
And Richard O'Callaghan is kind of playing it in a very naturalistic way, whereas everyone else is doing the heightened Carry On thing that everyone does. And
we should point out that not just heightened as in a normal Carry On film, but heightened turned to 11.
Oh, absolutely. Whereas he isn't, though. He isn't, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
But I think if he'd been in a different Carry On film, he'd been okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is ramping it up.
Yeah.
And do you think that's because that they kind of know that they're onto a bit of a loser with this one?
I don't know what the deal was. I was gonna say that this almost comes across as a parody of the Carry On films.
Yeah, we're in 71, right? This is 71, this movie. We're not quite at the doldrums of Carry On, are we? We're not into Carry On England and all that kind of thing, are we?
But we're at the bend.
We're at the we're at the cusp.
We're at the U bend.
We're at the cusp. There's a couple of good movies after this. I mean, we've covered a few of them already,
right.
you know. But yeah, we are very much on the cusp.
Yeah.
But we're not quite into the doldrums. You know, we're not in Carry On England or Carry On Emmanuel at this point.
No, we've not hit rock bottom.
Not yet. No, but it's on the horizon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the Carry On films would have been better if they'd just, at this point, switched the entire cast to younger actors?
No.
Okay, so you feel that they should have carried on?
I think they should have carried on with Carry On. I think they should have carried on with the original cast more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even though they're starting to look their age at this point?
I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters.
Doesn't matter?
Because we've grown up along with them.
Yeah, but is that nostalgia talking? If you'd been at that time, would you feel the same way?
Oh, absolutely. I think so. If we'd have been around in the
1971.
Well, going back to like the first Carry On movie, which was what, 58, 59, something like that.
Go on, yeah.
And then we've watched these movies as they've gone along, and we get to 71. Come on, it's us. We're gonna want the original cast all the time, aren't we? We're not gonna want too many new people coming in. We're gonna want the core cast to stay there, and I think that's what the problem is with these later Carry On movies, is they bring in people and it's just not the same. Doesn't work as well.
Right. Interesting. All right. On the shop floor, trouble is brewing. Spanner, the union rep, discovers that the bosses are scrapping tea outside of the official tea breaks. He calls for a stoppage and they go on strike. Although nobody is really interested in striking until they remember there's a home game of football being played that afternoon. By the way, Myrtle Plummer, played by Jackie Piper, brings the tea. If you had somebody look like that bringing your tea, would you ever get any work done, Paul?
Yeah, because I'm a rock.
Are you saying you had?
Not this second, no.
Oh, okay.
No. So I was watching the scene and I felt it went on for too long, this scene. And Joan Sims, she didn't like this movie very much. And you can kind of see why, because all she's doing is just playing that slightly mucky, sex-obsessed stereotype, isn't she? Every other line that she says is just some kind of, hey, and all that kind of thing, you know, and it's just, and it goes on for too long and it gets very tiring, I think.
Right. But isn't that the contrast between her home life? In that it's not really happening at home.
Yeah, I get that. But this scene, it goes on for way too long, and there's too many of those. It's the same gag over and over and over again. It's just too much.
And everyone's laughing, right?
Everyone's laughing, you know.
But is that life in a factory in the 70s?
Is it?
So it says 60s.
Is it? I mean, we don't know, do we? You know,
No. Hattie Jakes seems to be playing a character she'll go on to play in the following year in the TV show Sykes.
Yeah, it's very similar. Very similar.
Yeah. But there's a difference here in that normally Hattie Jakes, when she started to play characters who are married to Sid or with a housewife, the house wouldn't be in ruins. So what's going on here?
Do you think they're playing on the idea that, okay, she's obsessed with this bird, isn't she?
Yeah, Budgerigar. Her character is bored of the life that she has.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
She's bored of being the housewife that's expected to do the things that a housewife is expected to do in early 1970s.
She's also, weirdly, one of the most interesting characters in this film, I think. I think she's one of the ones that comes out of it at the end of the movie as actually not being the person that you think she's been through the entire movie.
Right.
Whereas everyone else is kind of one note.
I disagree slightly with you. I think Vic Spanner is an interesting character too.
I don't know. He's kind of one note though, isn't he? I mean, he's just. You think?
No.
You don't think?
Yeah. No, and I'll explain when we get to him
Okay.
and his mom.
All right. Okay.
I do like the line 100 where I like the fact that Sid is belittling, well, not belittling, but he's just moaning that Hattie. I'm going to mix up actors' names.
I did the
and
same in
character
my
names.
notes as well. Yeah.
That Beatty is spending so much time with the bird, but then when she leaves, he's doing it too.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, because he buys a honey ring for the budgerigar.
And at this point, he doesn't know what's going to come. He's not like he's doing it for that reason. He's just trying to get in with the bird, isn't he?
Yeah. And I do like that. She's like, "Oh, you'll ruin him. You'll make him fat." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "One honey ring won't shut him up. If I thought that, I'd have bought you loads of them ages ago."
Yeah. I wrote that one down as well. The other one that made me chuckle for some reason was when he's asking about getting some dinner, and she says, "I could make you some beans on toast," and he says, "No, nothing elaborate.
Don't put you. Don't put yourself out."
Yeah, that made me chuckle. That did make me chuckle.
Yeah. We also learned that Myrtle Plummer is Sid and Beatty's daughter, although she's never seen at home.
Yeah,
in the entire film.
Yeah. Other than the fact that you get that scene at the end of the movie when he says, what has your son been doing with my daughter? You wouldn't know that she is his daughter other than the fact that she mentions it.
It is mentioned in this scene.
Yeah, but that's the only time.
Because he says, "Where is Myrtle?" And she's gone out somewhere, and that's it.
Do you think it needed some kind of, at least one scene where she's at home with them, just to cement it a little bit?
Don't know. I just thought it was interesting that she's not there. Whether that was a statement of life in the 70s of the different generations, the new generation coming through.
There's kind of a bless this house kind of vibe to this movie, don't you think?
Sid's character is very much bless this house at this point. Yes. Yeah. So we do get various scenes of the shop factory workers in their home life. Chloe Mar's husband thinks Sid is after her.
Mm-hmm. I did like the line when he refers to Joan Sims's breasts as looking like two bald-headed convicts trying to burst out of jail. That made me chuckle. But the Joan Sims character, I think, would have worked better if it was played by Barbara Windsor.
Okay.
You know,
right.
That would have made more sense to me.
Who isn't in this film?
Who isn't in the, and it's less because of it, I think.
Yeah. So we go to Vic Spanner's house, and he's ruled by his mother, Agatha.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not think this role would have been a cinch for Diana Dawes?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
Do you ever wonder why was Diana Dawes never in a Carry On film?
I would imagine that no Carry On movies, she probably wanted a little bit more money than they were offering.
Even in the 70s at this point?
I would imagine so. I mean, Diana Dawes was still Diana Dawes, wasn't she? You know.
She did not change her name. That is correct, pal.
You know what I mean. I mean, she's... I still think she probably would have demanded a little bit more money than Carry On would pay. Yeah.
Now, this is where I find Spanner is an interesting character, is that because he is the union shop steward, so he's bossing people around, he's calling strikes, but here in this house, it's his domineering mother that is in control. And she is actually really nasty. Yeah. Like, I think this is the nastiest character that has ever been in a Carry On film.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I feel like the way that this character's being played is not a Carry On movie character. It's more akin to like those 1960s kitchen sink dramas, you know.
Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Yeah, something like that, you know. Oh, you're bloody useless, you are, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
You're just like you're dead forever. It's like, oh my God.
Where are the laughs? Come on.
yeah. It's like, so I think it's interesting because obviously he takes out his lack of manliness in the household controlled by his mum on the factory workers.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, could be. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced, but it's something.
That's why he's nasty to his friend all the time, because it's the only person he can control.
Oh, Bernie.
Yeah, because he has no control in his home life.
Yeah, but
even Charles Coote has more control, who is the lodger in this house. Although apparently turns out that he's supposed to be marrying Agatha, but I didn't even realize that until the very last scene.
Well, it's Charles Hawtrey. You wouldn't, would you? I mean, let's face it.
Wow. No, because Coote is playing cards with Spanner's mum.
Mm-hmm.
They play strip poker.
Yes, they are. Yes. Although you're supposed to think that they're going to be doing something else, aren't you, at first?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even strip poker's pretty bad.
Well, it's a thing, apparently.
Well, I mean, it is, but I always hate it at the end of the podcast when you break out the cards.
That's just because you always lose, Colin. That's all.
I still don't like it. It's chilly here. And it's always the cold. That's what I blame.
Yeah, you need to get a better hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Vic heads out to the football, but on the way sees Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
And we should point out Myrtle is somebody he's in love with suddenly.
Suddenly.
Well,
they don't earn this, do they, in the whole movie?
No. Oh, there is a tea urn, though.
There is, yes. You're very good. You're all spotted, yes. You don't see those anymore, do you?
No, we don't get somebody bringing you tea in your workplace anymore.
No, bloody unions. They're all gone. Maggie paid to those, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked in a place where tea came round?
I think it was before. I know we're old, but we're not that old.
It's nice to know there's something that we're not old enough to appreciate.
There is, yes.
Makes you feel good.
It does.
But he sees her getting into the sports car belonging to Lewis Boggs, and then he tries to follow them, but he loses his pants.
Hey, there we go. Good old gag of someone. It's not the first time we're going to see it in this movie either. We get it in a minute, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
No. In the movie.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not wearing pants.
That's too much information for me, our listeners, the world. Meanwhile, Sid and Beatty discover that the budgerigar can work out which horse wins a race by tweeting. I mean, it's not using social media. So he uses this to start placing bets and winning lots of money.
He does. I did like how Sid just bundled up the dishes into the tablecloth and just threw them aside on the table.
Yeah. He's mourning that Beatty's not doing, but he's not doing them either.
Exactly. I also like the line, we know Joey's a he-bird, and Sid goes, cock? And she says, no, he is. That made me chuckle.
Yeah. Spanner follows his girlfriend to the cinema, but it turns out the film is a raunchy sex comedy, which were popular at the time. And here we've got the Carry On film taking a little dig at the rise of the British sex comedy.
Yeah, this is a weird glimpse into that 1970s Britain, isn't it? Of nature movies, or naturalistic movies, as they used to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just, it was a way to get past the censors at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The next day, Lewis finally convinces his dad to invest in bidets, but they need £1,000 of seed money. Sid says he can get it thanks to his budgerigar. I mean, he doesn't tell him it's a bird that's doing this. He rushes home, collects some money, gets a tip from the Fevry fortune finangler, and places a bet, winning the money for the factory, but also gets banned from the bookies for all the money he's won.
This owner of the bookies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's kind of like, you remind me of Michael Winner, to be honest with you. The way he's acting and with the big cigar, and very
That's
Michael
true.
Winner-ish. Yeah, nice old-fashioned skeevy betting shop.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Your favourite kind of places.
I don't bet. I'm a very.
Have you ever bet on anything in your life?
I may have dabbled in the Grand National once or twice, but not really.
Right, and I'm not counting lottery stuff.
Oh no, I know, I get it. You're talking about like horses or dogs or.
Yeah.
I've never put my money on a dog or a horse. Meanwhile, they're on their date, aren't they? Lewis and
the
other one. Hey. And This is a 1970s club restaurant that wouldn't look out of place in Dracula 1972, I think.
It seemed to be taking place in some person's. Well, it looks like a stately manor, but I assume it's because it's friends of Lewis's, because he's from that kind of upper class.
I guess so, but yeah. Is this what is this what the Carry On people think is upper class?
Yes, I would assume so.
Mm-hmm. I did like the bit where the waitress comes over and she says the only qualifications you need for that job, and he says, "What, big prospects?" Because obviously she's
What?
She's
what? She's got a cough.
That's
Clear
right.
her throat.
Yeah, she's got a couple of points.
Has she? What are they?
Breasts, Colin. I'm just going to say it. What's the point? At this point, you either listen to this podcast or you don't, all right? And you're going to listen to it. You're going to hear me say breasts. If you don't like it, you're not going to listen to it anymore. It is what it is. And this went on for way too long than I thought it was going to go on for. So,
Unfortunately, you say breasts even when it's not even relevant to the conversation. That's the problem we've got, Paul. That's why we're not in the top 5 million.
Hey, who wants to be? Me? And then we get an accidental dress rip-off, don't we? The classics are coming out now.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah. You've had an accidental dress rip-off in the past, didn't you?
I can't talk about it. I told you this.
No, you can't. No. You were banned by Vidal Sassoon.
That's right. Yeah, whoever he is.
You know who he is.
Yeah, do I look like I know who he is?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, in your younger years, when you were a fetus.
When I had more than 3 follicles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said follicles.
Well, you've drank more than that.
Yeah. Hey! Hey, strap in, here we go. Come on, this is what we call a carry-on episode.
So trouble rears its bottom at the factory when the new bidets are going into production. The new combined hot and cold water waste tap can be put together by one person taking the job of 2. Vic Spanner calls for another strike, as this is against union rules. Most of the workers don't want to strike. Unusually for a carry-on film, this scene encourages us to feel sympathy with the authority figures like Boggs, rather than the workers.
Yeah, and I think that's what caused all these kind of things is what caused all the problems, isn't it? With the core audience, as it were.
And you can feel it too. Something is off with this film.
Yeah, I genuinely think that it's, and I know it's the guy that wrote a lot of Carry On movies, but I think he's got something to say in this movie.
Do you think he had a run-in with a union, like a film production union?
Maybe, yeah, but he's definitely got
in a really bad mood.
Yeah, he's got an axe to grind, and he's going to grind it in this movie.
Yeah, he's grinding it right in your face.
He is.
We learned that Miss Withering has a thing for her boss, W.C. Boggs.
Yeah, I did like that. The fact that they need the B-days for the Feast of Abernibble, which apparently only happens once a year.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. I went to Normandy once, and I was on the beaches, and it was horrible. That was my B-day.
Wow. All right. I'm leaving that in. That's not getting cut. That's great. That's great. Sid's at home, isn't he? And he's realised that this bird's onto a winner here. So he's keeping money hidden all over his house, isn't he? In like plant pots and in his light fixtures and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I guess bank's not a thing. I suppose also you don't want to pay tax on it. You don't really pay tax on winnings, do you, in the UK? I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, this is how Ken Dodd came a cropper, isn't it? Just hiding money everywhere.
It is true.
You know,
Yeah.
Sid's relationship with Joan Sim's character as well. I mean, that would kind of draw the eye of HR today, wouldn't it?
Well, he's spanking everybody. Spanking, slapping. Is it spanking?
Wow. All
right.
No,
it's not spanking, is it?
You
it's
went
slapping.
there. Okay. All right.
I did, but it's the wrong word. Spanking is sexual. Slapping is abuse. I don't quite know where we're going with this now. I would have lost it all. But let's just say bottoms are tapped.
This is why you're the problem, Colin, all right?
I'm not the problem, I'm the cure.
Yeah, wow, all right.
to quote Sylvester Stallone, to misquote him.
You know, there's a certain percentage of our listeners are going, right on, Colin, you tell him.
Yeah. No, and the correct thinking ones are going, oh, that's a bit much.
And that's what we like. We like to skew both sides.
Did you say skew?
I did, yes. Skew.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a thin line, and we pirouette across it.
Well, you might. I don't know about me.
Oh, no, you stomp.
Stumble is probably more.
Stumble,
likely,
yeah,
yes.
that's that. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So then we get a strike, don't we? As you said.
Yes. But it's short lived because they decide to return to work, but only because it's the day of the factory outing.
Yeah, it makes me laugh how Vic and the union represent the workers, whether they like it or not, though.
Yes, the union's in control. Yeah. It's. I mean, the idea of the union is that it's there for the workers, but this film kind of says the union is there for itself.
I'm sure. I mean, because we really don't want to get into it, do we? But
no, I know. Have you ever been in a union? I have for a certain period of time.
Yeah, I think I was asked to be in a union at one point.
You were asked by Barry with the baseball bat.
Something like that. And I kind of...
You want to be in a union?
I managed to avoid it and then got out of there before I didn't have to deal with the issue, you know? But I'm sure that there's good things about being in a union and there's bad things about being in a union. So.
Yeah, I've worked in a place where a union was a necessity because of the way management ran the place.
Yeah.
But I've also seen unions be useless, just out for themselves.
And I think they can
really,
be a little bit bullying as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever worked in a factory situation?
No, I've never worked in a factory. No.
I mean, how come you're Northern?
Well, that's where you got one up on me, Colin. Then, you're more. In a way, you're more Northern than me.
Aye. So in this, we find that W.C. Boggs decides that he's going to go on the works outing, which he doesn't normally do. I assume it doesn't seem like he does. Everyone's surprised.
Mm-hmm. And they go off on a coach, don't they?
They do. Now, works outing seems like a very 1970s thing. Did you ever have a works outing?
No, but I remember my dad talking about them, so I know they were a thing. I think they were usually to Blackpool, obviously.
Well, I mean, this is obviously set in the south, so they go to Brighton.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. We get to see the relationships between the people, and Lewis Boggs is following behind, but Myrtle is using Vic to make Lewis jealous, right?
He is, yeah, and to be honest with you, she doesn't come across very well, does she, in this movie?
Well, it's that kind of thing where they I don't know why it seems to be a staple of these kind of films at this point, where the woman makes the person she wants to be with jealous by being with somebody she doesn't want to be with, instead of just being with the person she wants to be with.
Yeah, it doesn't play well, though, does it?
It doesn't play well, and it's only there to prolong the storyline.
It is. I mean, Lewis drives past them on the coach, and she kind of cuddles up to Vic a little bit more, and then it just carries on for a while, and then we get to the point where she just ditches him, don't we?
Yeah. So they stop for lunch.
Yes.
And here we get a nice little political scene, as the hotel will not be able to provide them with food as the staff are on strike. And of course, the only person who gets annoyed by this is Vic Spanner, our union representative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a nice moment, it's a nice little juxtaposition of shows up where he really stands and that kind of thing. Yeah,
it is, but again, it's another stab at the unions.
It is, and this is what I'm saying. This is a script that I think the writer so wishes didn't have to be a carry-on movie.
I don't think it's that. I just think that because let's be honest, the film industry in 1970s was very union heavy, especially in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think he was trying to make a point about something.
Yeah, yeah. To the detriment of a Carry On movie, though.
Yeah, I mean, ignore the fact that most of your audience are going to be annoyed by this. It's just you don't go watching a Carry On film for political criticism.
No, not at all. No.
Oh. The outing moves to Brighton Pier. The rifle scene is an odd one.
Yeah, because it's not funny and it doesn't go anywhere, and then it's over, and you're like, what?
But they totally destroy the person's livelihood by shooting everything, even the prizes.
Another working class person.
Yeah.
That they just ruin his entire livelihood.
Yeah, and just come out laughing.
And doesn't he call when he chases them off? Doesn't he call them "you bunch of punks" or something? Or skinheads?
Yeah, he does.
No, he calls them skinheads, doesn't he? Yeah,
he does. Yeah, skinheads. Yeah.
I can't imagine Sid James ever being called a skinhead. Can you?
Who was what in his late 50s at this
Pretty
point?
much, yeah. Or Kenneth Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the joke, I suppose.
I guess. Yeah.
Is that it's these people who normally would never do this, but because they're drunk and on a works out, and this is what it turns into.
Yeah, unless skinheads was kind of like a derogatory term for oiks at that point,
Yeah, maybe, because punk was starting to, I suppose.
Yeah.
71 is a bit
early for punk, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Was skinheads a thing then in 71?
Well, it must be, otherwise where would the name come from?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
They spend a lot of time in the pub.
Yeah, they do.
They ride the Helter Skelter, or at least Myrtle and Vic does, because she's still trying to make Lewis jealous.
Yeah, and Kenneth Williams' character, he seems to be well on the piss, doesn't he? As it were.
Oh, he's having a great time.
Yeah, I suppose because he thinks the company's knackered anyway, so he's gonna have a good time, isn't he?
I suppose he does, but this is unusual for a Carry On film, because the authority figure usually stays away from the others.
Stays completely straight.
Yeah. Miss Withering wants her and W.C. Boggs to try out a fortune teller, but Boggs refuses, and Sid and Beatty decide to do it, but there's nobody there, so Sid has an idea and dresses up as the fortune teller. And then they drag Boggs in with Miss Withering.
Isn't this the only time we see Sid drag up in a Carry On movie?
Yeah, thankfully. That's a sight I'll never forget. He does not make a great woman.
He doesn't, no. He doesn't.
No.
Bit too craggy.
Yes. He fools Boggs by saying that his factory will fall into ruin unless he marries Miss Withering, and Boggs runs out in fear. Lewis finally manages to get Myrtle alone on the ghost train, thanks to some kind of restraining her and fighting her. A bit weird, but
isn't
all right.
this some form of sexual assault?
It just kind of crossed that line, yes, yeah. He then shows her his marriage license to her, and that wins her over.
Yeah, so he's had one date with her that we know of, and then he's he's proposing to her.
Yes,
and she says yes.
And then he's assaulted her in a ghost train.
Yeah,
and then given her a marriage license, and she said yes.
All you needed in the 70s, apparently.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Vic protests, and then a fight breaks out, and it's interesting that Lewis wins.
Yeah, but then again, I suppose Vic's the butt of all the jokes, isn't he? So in terms of that, he's gonna lose, isn't he?
Yeah. They all gonna leave Brighton, and we get a montage scene of the boss heading back. Pubs, peeing, pubs.
You know the peeing stuff where they run behind the trees. That was filmed in Farnham Common, which is just down the road from me.
That's a park you like to hang out in, right?
Hey, it's a nice place for a walk in the summer. I'll give it that. Yes.
After dusk.
No, in the daylight.
Yeah. Maybe having a nice little dinner. A cottage pie. I
do like a cottage pie. Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Cheese on top.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a shepherd's pie? I always forget which is which.
No,
cheese on
the meat.
shepherd? Or?
No. It's the meat that changes a shepherd's pie from a cottage pie. Yeah, the difference between beef and lamb.
Okay, so which one gets cheese?
Well, they can either have cheese. That doesn't change the name of the pie.
Oh, you can have
it's the meat that changes the name of pie.
So cheese goes with either.
Yeah. If you want to do some cottaging, you can have cheese.
Okay. Grilled?
No, thank you. It's just the way I'm sat.
It's become a thing now, hasn't it? I've got to keep it going. Got to keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sid and Chloe are dropped off outside the houses, and they come close to going home together.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of it, they think better of it because, well, of their partners, and also because of the neighbours, what the neighbours would think. This is actually quite a touching scene.
Yeah, it's an odd scene for carry-on movies as well, isn't it? Because there's no comedy in this scene at all, really. Apart from the last line at the end.
Yeah, bloody neighbours.
Yeah. But other than that, it's quite a poignant little scene, really.
Is it a comment on suburban life?
I think so. But don't you think it would have played better between Babs and Sid?
Yeah, maybe. I can see the point. Yeah.
Although, controversial comment, I do think Joan Sims is a better actor than Babs.
Oh, that's going to get complaints.
I know it is, and I'll stand by it. I think of the two, she was the better actor.
Interesting. All right. Hot take right here.
Yeah. Always a hot take on retrospection.
From a film that was made in 1971.
There'll be somebody out there that's angry. Trust me. Yeah.
Yeah. W.C. Buggs wakes up in Miss Withering's home. He can't remember how he got there.
Yeah, he's great in this scene, Kenneth Williams. I like the bit where he said, did we get off? I mean, did I get off? Great. Absolutely great.
I like the bit where she says something like, "You're just like every other man I've seen." Well, almost.
Yeah, and that's that little look she gives him as well when she
says, and he looks under the sheets.
Like there's not much there, is there? Let's face it, you know.
Yeah. Charles Coote is found sitting on the doorstep by Agatha and tells her they won't be able to get married now, which I didn't even know was a thing until this scene.
No, it just kind of pops up, doesn't it?
Yeah, because they're closing the factory down and he won't have any money. This makes Agatha angry at her son because he's the cause of it all.
Yeah, and apparently, I mean, she's just bossing him around now as well, isn't she? Like everyone, she's dropped the nice persona that she had with him.
Do you think old Charlie Coote was upset that he wouldn't be able to marry Agatha at this point?
I would imagine that the marriage thing came as quite a shock to him.
You think?
I think so, yes. Yeah. I've seen his neckerchief, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you've won a few of those in your time.
Hey, if I could, I would.
No. And you do.
Hey.
Outside the factory, Vic is urging his colleagues to stand firm in striking. But, you know, some of the men want to go back to work because if the factory's closing down, what's the point of striking?
True.
Lewis calls his dad and tells him that he has married Myrtle Plummer.
That's a conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, I've married the tea lady.
Yeah. Well, you know, you'd be annoyed as the dad until you saw the tea lady.
Yes, especially in this scene.
Yeah.
Back at the factory, Vic thinks they won't have any more trouble with the people who want to go back to work. But then, the mothers and the wives turn up.
Yeah, they've got something to say about that, yeah.
They do indeed, because she grabs Vic and puts him over her knee and gives him a spanking.
A grown man getting a spanking. I mean, not in a fun way, though. I mean...
No, not in the way you like.
What?
Not in the way your spur change goes on to.
Look.
Look.
I've never been spanked, all right? I'm just gonna say it. I've never been spanked.
No. Have you not?
No.
You've been thumped a few times.
That's different. That's fine. That's all right.
Yeah.
I've never been spanked. All right?
No.
Okay. I'm just squashing that now before it gets out.
But it sounds, well, it doesn't sound like you're squashing it. It sounds like a plead for action.
Hey, look, you know, whatever. Yeah.
All right. So the gates are opened and they go back to work. Beatty decides to stay at the factory and help out.
Yeah, she's not as oblivious as she seems all the way through this movie.
No, that's true. Vic says there's nothing on earth would get him back into the factory, but then a new attractive woman turns up to start work and Vic quickly changes his mind.
Yep, he's seen a couple of things that have changed his mind. That's, yeah.
Beatty sees Sid being too friendly with Chloe, like you said, and decides to get a permanent job at the factory and come out with him on future outings.
Yes.
Sid finds out his daughter has married the boss's son, married into management, and he's pretty livid at this.
Yeah.
But Lewis says, hey, but you're management yourself. And now he's even more livid. He's works foreman, and don't you forget it. There's this kind of thing. This kind of thing is it reminds me of the British Army at this period. It's like he's a corporal. He's not an officer, but he's not one of the men.
Yeah, it's like that weird, peculiarly.
There's a class thing.
Yeah, that weird British middle management thing where you don't really want to be seen as someone who's in charge, but
Right.
But you're not one of the workers. You're kind of like slightly above, but still with them, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lewis tells him that because of his financial helps, W.C. Boggs has made him a director.
Mm-hmm.
Sid is horrified. No, I'm a worker. This is also odd for a carry-on film, is that this is clearly the authority winning because they've assimilated Sid into management.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, not something that happens in other carry-on films.
Yeah, this goes back to the whole thing that I'm saying, that there's an agenda in this movie.
Yeah. Bernie reveals there's no toilet paper and tells Vic, and everybody expects Vic to call a strike, but he doesn't. He gives Bernie some money and tells him to go and get some more paper and tells the others to carry on working.
Yep.
The management has won.
Seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the end of Carry On at Your Convenience. So, Paul, what did you think of the 22nd entry into the Carry On series?
Okay, so you know that I love a Carry On as much as you do, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I always thought I liked this one.
Ooh.
But then I sat and watched it for the podcast, and I'm sorry to say it, but I just didn't think it was very good.
Mm.
I don't like the characters or the situations, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was just downright annoying.
That's not usual.
No, I know. You shouldn't be.
Shocking.
You shouldn't be getting annoyed at a Carry On movie, should you?
What made you annoyed?
Vic's annoying.
Okay.
You
don't feel any sympathy?
Not
for
at all. His mother's annoying.
Oh, you're a hard
I
bastard,
know.
aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, his mum is annoying.
I wonder whether it's because we're so far removed from that 1970s union situation that it just doesn't resonate anymore. Maybe there's a bit of that going on. I don't know. But Vic just isn't that funny, really, to me. Sid is just painting by numbers in this movie, I think. I'm talking about
Right.
Sid James, not Sid. It's confusing because his character's name's Sid, like it always is. But
Did they always do that, or is this like the beginning of starting to use the first names of the actors as first names of the characters?
I don't know, but we always do that, don't we? We just refer to Sid as Sid, and half the time we're getting it right because that is the name of the character, I think.
Yeah.
There's not enough Kenneth Williams in this movie, and to be honest, Hattie Jakes comes out on top.
She does.
Yeah, in this movie, she's the most interesting and the most funny character in this movie. The film itself, it feels like an extended episode of like a 1970s sitcom, but with less plot.
Right. Yeah.
Like we refer to it as it feels like it's got a lot in common with something like Bless This House. But if you look at an episode of Bless This House, it had a plot, whereas this film doesn't really have much of a plot.
No, it doesn't. No.
I mean, it barely qualifies as a movie, as far as I can tell.
Like at some point, you're expecting the factory to be in peril.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. There's the point where Boggs says, "I'm going to close it down," but you never feel like that's going to happen.
It's so underplayed that you don't actually notice it. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it was on for an hour and a half. It finished.
Almost.
Yeah, and it felt like nothing was achieved at the end of it.
Right.
I enjoyed the day out sequence. I always enjoy, and I always enjoy the glimpses into 1970s Britain. You know, that's always fun.
Yeah.
But for me, it just didn't work. It didn't fire at all, like a Carry On movie should. So unfortunately, I'm going to say it's a miss. And it pains me to say it about a Carry On movie, but it kind of feels like the writer used it as a soapbox about their views on trade unions, and like you say that maybe they've been wronged in the past, and this is their way of getting back at somebody. and then let's just toss a load of sex jokes to keep it a carry on, and hopefully everyone won't
Right.
notice.
Yeah.
But I did, and it just didn't work. So it's a miss for me. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's a disappointment, isn't
It really is a disappointment.
it? Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. That's interesting because there are other films that deal with unions. And in fact, there is a Bolting Brothers film from, I think, 1958 called I'm All Right, Jack with Peter Sellers.
I know it well, yes.
That actually does a better job than this film.
Absolutely.
Because it's very evenly balanced.
If memory serves, Peter Sellers' character in that is very much like Vic in this, but done so much better.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it says the same things, but just in a more coherent way.
Mm-hmm.
And also more balance between the management and the unions.
And weirdly, both are caricatures as well.
Yes. Yeah. This does feel like a parody of Carry On films.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Everything's turned up to 11. The laugh, the one-liners, everything's punctuated. Instead of like if you'd like watch Carry On Sergeant, Carry On Constable, Carry On Nurse, the jokes are boom, 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 but nobody's like going, this is a joke, this is a joke, this is a joke.
Mm-hmm.
They're just letting them go, and you pick the ones you find amusing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That works a lot better. Some of the characters, like Agatha, is just too nasty and spiteful to be in a Carry On film.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that kind of thing. That's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I also thought that most of our regulars, whether it be Kenneth Williams, Charles Hartree, they're just cameos in their own film.
Yeah, it does feel like that. Yeah.
Because
definitely.
there are certain scenes like Sid and Hattie. While I like the budgerigar scene, it goes on too long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. There's a lot of scenes in this that go on for too long.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So you could have made room for the others.
Yeah.
I don't think the new people work very well.
No.
I would rather have had Jim Dale as Vic Armstrong,
Mm-hmm.
and I would rather have Barbara Windsor back.
Absolutely, and in the Joan Sims role, I think. And I love Joan Sims, but I just think she would have worked better.
Yeah. So for me, I'm afraid, it's a miss for me too.
That's disappointing.
Isn't
For a
it?
Carry On movie for us,
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Pick a good one next time, Colin.
I do believe this was your choice.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Yeah.
I mean, we have what, 25, 20, something like I can't remember now.
It's a long road to Carry On, Emmanuel. So,
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll never get
You
there.
never know.
We'll have finished before we run out of Carry On.
Never
films
say
to get
never.
to that
Never
one.
say never.
We've got plenty to choose from. Anyway, well, with that crushing disappointment, I'd like to thank our current Patreon supporters for allowing our old episodes to stay online. And with that, it's a good night from me.
And a good night from me.
Bye. Now fuck off.
One day I'll leave that in.